we update the help file. Right now, our software is in beta test for the next version, and the help file will take us 6 to 8 weeks to update. That's a satisfier. It costs us a fortune, but it's a satisfier. Blows our customers' minds when they see that. Our competition hates us because nobody in the software business will invest as much as we do to create the help file like that. I have on each CD that goes out, we put at least, and this one's got 59 sessions of multimedia training, movies. Every time we ship the software, all the training is on there. If you buy QuickBooks, you have to pay for a training course. We throw it in for free. That's a satisfier. You know, it costs us the same amount to ship a CD whether it has training on there or not. So there's not that much extra cost in it for us. Okay, let's see if we can get back to PowerPoint. Satisfiers and dissatisfiers are different in every environment. I was at the bank. It was first of the month. All these people were getting their Social Security checks cashed. The line weaved all the way around. The branch manager came in carrying a cooler. He opened it up. It had orange juice, canned pop. On the side there was a coffee machine. He went to every person in line and asked what they wanted to drink. 100% satisfiers. You go into Walmart, and there's somebody there to greet you. Welcome to Walmart. Go into Sam's Club, just the whole other end of the spectrum. They always ask you, did you find everything? And usually the correct answer at Sam's Club is, no, you keep moving it. I'm never going to find it. And they smile. That's part of their strategy. Do you know, at Sam's Club, their strategy is to run out of stuff regularly. They do that. I'm not kidding. I listened. I went early at 8 o'clock. I was in the store, and they were having a company meeting, and this guy in a suit was explaining the reason we run out of stuff is to create an urgency on our customers' parts to buy stuff when it's there. So they'll buy more. And they were telling how good that is. Well, you know what it did for me is it gave me the motivation to get a membership at Costco. Yes. We call that the outhouse philosophy because they're out of everything almost all the time. They create urgency. But it's a terrible way to do business. Not one bit of satisfaction. They create dissatisfaction intentionally. That's not how I like to do business. Something else. You call my office, call my business, you will never have to press 2 to get to technical support. When the phone rings at my office, every phone in the whole place rings. If you're dialing technical support, they answer the phone. If they're on the lines, it rolls over to sales. If they're on the lines, it's next is administration. That's me. If I'm on the line, a programmer might answer the phone. But when a customer calls in, they get an answer. Machines can't answer questions. That's old-fashioned, but it's a satisfier. Have you ever felt good about standing in line at the grocery store? And the lowest paid person is up there, and you're supposed to queue up and stand in line while they do some menial task. And they got 15 places that could be checking you out, and 3 of them have people there. Used to be at Sam's Club, there was a sign that said, if there are 3 or more people in line, we will get a new cashier. You know what they did to those signs? They took them down, because it's easier to thumb their nose at us than it is to give good quality service. In this world, satisfiers, what used to be dissatisfiers in the 50s, now are satisfiers. Now, I was around in the 50s, so I can tell you that. It used to be when you pulled into the gas station, guys would come out and fill up your gas. Not anymore. What used to be service is now, we wouldn't ever do that for people. When you do this much more than your competition, you stand head and shoulders above them. That's what satisfiers and dissatisfiers are all about. Used to be at Maverick, you used to pull in and you'd fill your tank and go and pay for it. Now the Maverick by where my office was, you have to go in and pay and then go back in and get your change. It went from being a satisfier to a dissatisfier, and I get my gas some other place now. So what you do is you define what your customer's expectations are and you exceed them. You've probably heard that expression. That's how you create satisfiers. I think I told you this in the construction management program, I'm sure I did. There was this guy I met at a trade show, and he said, the secret to my success is simple. I have never been the cheapest, I've never been the fastest, but when I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. I always make deadlines, and I'm always on budget or under budget. It's just a matter of integrity. What creates satisfaction in customers' eyes is that you are reliable and honest. This guy said, I never was the cheapest, never was the fastest, but I never was out of work. Keep that in mind as a satisfier. Let's go on. Let's talk about marketing versus advertising. A billboard announcing kerosene lamps for sale is advertising. Giving away the lamps and selling the kerosene is marketing. Exxon actually did this in China. Perfect idea of marketing. Hotel ratings of 4 stars. That's a marketing strategy that was started by Michelin, by the way. They gave out books in Paris that said all of the 4-star restaurants and hotels were a long ways away. So Michelin said, drive on those tires and wear those tires out. That was their way of marketing. Super Bowl. You thought it was about football. Super Bowl is marketing and advertising by TV networks. What is it, 16 minutes of football and 4 hours of fluff. Most expensive fluff you can buy. That's what marketing is. Does anybody here know what a Chinese gooseberry is? I'm sure you've all eaten them. But they had a marketing facelift. Now they're called kiwi fruit. Okay, same stuff. A subcontractor that forms an alliance with a general contractor is marketing. A subcontractor that makes himself available to a lumber company and lets them know, somebody comes in looking for this, here's my card, I will buy all my stuff from you. That's marketing. Marketing isn't just selling your product, you can be buying your product too. A friend of mine years ago formed a new pizza chain, called himself the San Francisco Sourdough Pizza. And Eric set this place up and he said, I want to sell a pizza, if we were in California, to be $18 to $20 for this pizza. I want to sell it for under $10 in Salt Lake City. So he went to the suppliers and he said, I'm going to sell a lot of pizzas. If I can buy all of my cheese from you, I will. But in order to sell my pizzas, and I'm going to sell a lot of them, I need to buy my cheese from you at $1.75, and I know you sell it for, I think it was $3. And they said, if you will buy all of your cheese from us, we'll sell it to you for $1.75. And he did. That was how he was able to sell a pizza in Salt Lake City for under $10, and it was an incredibly great pizza. It was so good you take one of his pizza and put it next to Domino's pizza, and you took 3 Domino's to balance one of his pizzas, because he negotiated marketing with his vendors. Okay, I went to Washington, D.C. I met with some head honchos at the SBA, and I got them to look at my software and my program for giving software to small businesses. And they endorsed and bought my software for every SBA office in the country. Incredibly enough, I was the only one I've ever done that with. Marketing. We start selling a basics only package that we hope small businesses will buy and then grow into our package that we sell for $5,000. And if I give away a package to a small business and he's doing $100,000, $200,000, and in 3 years he's doing $5 million because he's doing job costing, and he can now afford a $5,000 or a $10,000 package, not only have I helped him, he owes me. And I'm going to help him. That's marketing. Okay, we are near to the end. Question is, do you know it all? Do you know how to get free advice from experts? Here is the correct answer. Visit your banker, not the guy who makes car loans, but the guy who is the commercial loan officer. I used to be a commercial loan officer. Those guys can be experts. They will give you a lot of free advice. And remember, they have dealt with lots of people who are extremely smart on one side and total idiots on the other. and they can tell where you're coming from.